How are you guys doing? Okay. So, before starting class today, focus. We're in the halfway through the course. This is the end of the third week. So it's a good time for me to get some feedback about the pace of how the course is going, how you guys are feeling about the class. So I'm going to ask you guys to wrap up this class. And if you have any feedback, it can be anonymous. No, actually, it should be anonymous. Just write all the things if you join the class, how the homework, how's everything, or any suggestions to improve the course, everything is welcome. And I'm going to read them, go over them, and see how it can improve anything. You guys don't feel. Everything is a common issue for us. So just write your suggestions. I'm going to put the topics of the class here today. Okay. Can you pass the feedback to the group from class? If you have finished. So you don't have to worry about this. You just pass the I'm sorry, just pass to the front and then to your left. Okay, I'm sorry. What's your name again? Yeah, sorry to put you involuntarily in charge of this. Just put it there in the floor. So, as I said, the topic of today's class, as I said that we start talking about game theory. I said that there were many types of games, but we could divide them mostly between simultaneous loop games and sequential games. Sequential games is more of a generalization of simultaneous games, where we actually observe actions and then we make moves. Okay, we could have some mixed games where we observe actions and then we move together, then we observe actions and then we move together. We're going to see some games like this, probably on next class. But today, we're going to try not to solve sequential games. Okay, the topics are there. We're going to go straight to a game. So in the previous class, when I was mentioning some applications of game theory, I mentioned about the war and the Cold War, and I think some of you like that example. So I started from an example today that it has a very quick application. Well, game theory was developed mostly as many things start as a war purpose, and then they apply it to other things in traditional life. In the 40s, when the researchers people were beginning, von Neumann was Hungarian, was one of the founders of game theory, came to the US. He was studying most of the applications to a war situation. So we're going to talk about somewhat contemporary situation of war. Is anyone here from Korea? Got it. Is anyone from North Korea? So it's just going to be a game about the US and North Korea. So that's the example of the class. I hope you know. It's just a classical example. So, where the states can decide whether they're going to attack or they're not going to attack North Korea. Okay? And in the case, so this is a sequential game. So representing this way of representing the game is extensive form. So extensive form, sometimes also known as a tree form. So if the US decides to attack North Korea has two options: to end the war or to not end the war. Okay, there's no simple defense. There's not much that they can do, but they can launch a bunch of nuclear powerhouses and end the war. No, they cannot technically end all the wars, but they can pretty much make a big damage on most of their neighbors. So we're just going to say that this option is end the war. Well, so if the US attacks and North Korea decides not to end the war, well, the US gets a satisfaction of 20. Well, they get happy because they took Kim Jong-un off of power, and Kim Jong-il is upset about this. So he gets -20 every. Well, if the US doesn't attack and North Korea does not end the war, so the US gets 0, because it's the status quo, and North Korea gets 10, let's say 10, which they're still happy ruling the country the way it is now. So just notation here. The first number in the brackets is the payoff of player 1, which starts in the top, the US. And the second number in the brackets is the payoff of the second player, North Korea. Okay? Well, in the case that the US attack, or in the case that the US doesn't attack, if North Korea decides to end the world, both of them lose 100. Because like ending the world is really good. So, can anyone help me describe what are the strategies for the United States, the possible strategies? Yes, I'm sorry. Brian, what are the possible strategies for the United States? Attack, or they cannot attack. So what's simple for them? They don't serve in history, they're the first movers, so they can attack, or okay. But what are the possible strategies for North Korea? Well, that's what I want to emphasize. In the world of not ending the war, there are actions. Strategy, they're not synonymous of actions. Strategies are synonymous of actions that combine with actions and simultaneous movements. Here they're different. A strategy is a mapping from history to action. So for every possible history, a strategy must prescribe an action. Let's see what this means. Depends on which history North Korea observes, right? So we have to prescribe an action for every possible history. How many histories can North Korea observe? They either attack or they're not attacked. And for each of these histories, which actions can they take? 2. So how many strategies are we going to have? 4. We have 4 possible strategies. I'm going to describe them here now. Be able to correctly describe the strategy is halfway to solve the problem. I wrote here one possible strategy: to end the war given it is attacked, and to end the war if not attacked. Means to end the war no matter what. This is one possible strategy. Another possible strategy is, well, between brackets is one strategy. In between semicolons are different strategies. No, I'm going to keep colon. No, I'm going to use semicolon. So, another possible strategy is to end the world if attack, if they observe attack, but not end if they observe not attack. That's another possible strategy. As I mentioned, we have 4 strategies, so we have 2 more to go. So, there is also the possible strategy of not end when attacked, but to end when not attacked. And the last strategy is to not end the war when attack, not end the war when not attack. I don't want this to be an exercise of notation, arbitrarily complicated. So I wrote once here a very long notation of what is going to be a strategy, but I'm going to write there in a slightly more concise manner. Okay if you guys write it like that as well. As long as you get the concepts correct, it doesn't matter. So you can also describe the strategies like this. I'm just going to put the letters now, and the letters between the commas are just going to do what they do for every possible thing history that they observe. So one possible strategy is EE, which is end the war or end the war, no matter what, we're going to end the war. All the possible strategies E and E. Which I hope this is clear. The first thing that we have here is if attack. And this is if not attack. The same way, we have okay? So, in this kind of game, what is a Nash equilibrium? What is the definition of a Nash equilibrium? I make sure to put in the board twice. Previous class and the class before that one. Yes, this is a theory, but I'm looking for the definition of Nash equilibrium. It's a pair of strategies such that no one has incentives in the situation, or a pair of strategies where no one has incentives to create unilocker. Okay? So now let's find the Nash equilibrium of this game exactly the same way that we found before. Let's put a matrix of payoffs there, and let's find what are all the Nash equilibria of this game. So there it was. So I'm going to write down the game in the reduced form, or the matrix. So the viewers can attack or not attack. North Korea can end the war no matter what. End the war if attack, not end the war if not attack. Not end the war if attack, end the war if not attack. Or not end the war no matter what. And now let's write down the payoffs in this case, right? And I hope you guys help me come up with the payoffs here. So what is the payoff here if the US decides to attack and North Korea decides not to end the war? It's -100 for both, right? By the way, this is the first time I'm putting the board 4 possible strategies. I choose strategies here. I put in the homework 3 by 3. It was a red flag for me. I just want you guys have an idea that what we've done here can easily be generalized. So minus 100, minus 100. What if the US decides to not attack, but North Korea also decides to destroy the world? Well, minus 100, minus 100. If the US decides to attack, and North Korea decides to end the world in the case of attack, well, in this here, what is the payoff?